Our next presentation is by District 21C Governor Marie Cunning from Phoenix, Arizona, United States. District Governor Marie is a serial entrepreneur who owns and operates several successful companies and has been a Lion for 24 years. She is a member of the New and Specialty Clubs team on the Young Lions Task Force and has had great success chartering specialty Lions clubs in her district. To tell us more, please welcome District Governor Marie Cunning.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Lions. I've chartered 3 clubs so far this year and 2 more, hopefully by the end of May. In a few minutes, I'll give you an overview of membership development strategies and techniques that we've been working on for the past couple of years here in District 21C, Arizona. Next slide, please. One of the most effective strategies is the first step, networking. As a business person, networking is second nature to me. The key is observing the people who you meet in your family circle, your social circle, and the workplace. Networking is, after all, getting to know you, like you, and trust you. I used my networking skills to spot potential Lions and leaders. At meetings and events, I usually work the room, looking at leaders with a track record of commitments and achievements in humanitarian service or volunteer-based organizations. Or I identify young, energetic, emerging leaders who are open to learning all about Lionism, and those are my primary targets. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. If you have the time, you can take this personality test, the Fascinate profile. This is part of the Asset Management and Fascination Advantage worksheet. In the next slide, where we identify talents and skills for effective and efficient management and teamwork. This will help identify prospective charter officers and board members based on this worksheet. World-class branding and marketing expert Sally Hogshead at howtofascinate.com believes that to become more successful, you don't have to change who you are, you have to become more of who you are. When you are building a team, you want to be sure you have diversity. If everyone in the room has an alert personality, you're going to have a very detail-oriented meeting and nobody talks. And the opposite is true. If a bunch of the personalities in your room are power-oriented or prestige personality types, then it's going to be a very noisy meeting and everybody wants to be boss and you'll never get anything done. Next slide, please. This is an example of how we can strategically find our prospective charter officers and board members. This is very much a work in progress. Personally, I've only started experimenting on this strategy in the last couple of years. This worksheet combines asset management and a marketing strategy that I use in business. It's called the Fascination Advantage, using the Fascination profile. I'll talk more about the Fascination profiles in the next slide. Take a look at the 5 organizing members of this new club. Mary Jones, who's a certified public accountant, would make an excellent treasurer. Her primary fascination advantage is alert. That is, she pays attention to details. Eddie Calm is a respected leader in the real estate and a known community organizer. He would make an excellent president. His fascination advantage is power, someone who leads with authority and people will naturally follow him. Clara Calm, on the other hand, understands parliamentary procedures and is great at minute taking, so she'll be a good secretary. Her primary advantage is prestige, that is, she speaks the language of excellence. Next slide, please. This is a quick overview of the 7 primary fascination advantages that you would find in anyone you meet. Remember, this test is about how other people see you. My 2 key descriptors of my personality is power and prestige. It would be fun for you guys to take this test after this symposium. All of us have 7 advantages in our personality, but most of the time in your daily interactions, you communicate best with your primary and secondary fascination advantages. Here's one example. If passion is your primary advantage, you fascinate by connecting emotionally with other people. You lead by building loyalty with your ability to build strong relationships. Your style of communication is expressed best by building an emotional connection with someone you meet. In brainstorming sessions, the innovation comes out with the best ideas because they're very inventive. In meetings, you'll observe the cautious coworker who just listens and carefully keeps track of projects. These are the alert personality types. Next slide, please. This brings us to the heart of our best practices. What are we doing outside the usual ways of recruiting members? I firmly believe that specialty clubs and family clubs are the way to go. In other words, speak in the language that your prospective member is used to. What does that mean? If a potential member cannot leave their very young or teenage children alone at home, then have them join you at your meetings with separate activities for the children. This is why in my district, my four Filipino American clubs are the fastest growing and the most active clubs. We do service as a family unit. From our youngest cub to our oldest lion, each member is a working, contributing member of the team. Next club, please. Next slide, please. Here's a good example of one club that we just chartered this year, the very first Phoenix Rainbow Lions Club, a family club and specialty club made up of LGBTQ and their friends. Ben Barranco and Chad Hapan have been pillars of the Filipino community these past few years. They own several successful businesses and employ a lot of people. They are always extremely generous of their time and resources. They are very charismatic and well liked in the community. So, when selecting the charter leaders for the Phoenix Rainbow Club, they were my most natural choice. Next slide, please. We also chartered the Phoenix Family Leadership and Young Entrepreneurs Protege Lions Club. This is a specialty and family club of young adult lions, especially Gen Z and millennials. I first met Ramiro and his wife when he was running as VP for the Asian American Association. He was very charismatic and animated. He spoke well and presented himself well. So as soon as he got elected as vice president, I made a beeline for him and his wife and recruited them to be lions and to help me charter a club of their peers. Next slide, please. Another chartered club is the Phoenix Jewel of the East Lions Club, a family club of Asian Indian American families and friends. My district GMT Lion Farhana Shifa helped me organize this club. Several members are Indian doctors and their families. Charter President Kamalakshi will be awesome. She's intelligent, service oriented, well organized, highly motivated, and energetic. They will be a welcome addition to our Lions family. Next slide, please. Planning for the future. I think the keys to being successful in chartering a club is innovative thinking and thinking outside the box. What are people interested in? How do you answer their question, what's in it for me? You always need to come prepared and have answers for this question, whether it's your fun and innovative service activities or just your unique specialty club. I was thinking of chartering the first responders group. However, it's been a problem getting them all together because they work 24/7 and their schedules are varied since they're law enforcement officers, firefighters, and EMTs. I think this could be a great Cyber Lions Club. All they'll need is digital skills training, and this will be a strong foundation for the kind of club because they're already prone to service. Next slide, please. Um, I think a singles club would also be fun, and I'm in the process of chartering the fourth club in the district, which is the Phoenix Singles Lions Club. You don't have to be single to join this club. What's going to be different? I think each meeting will resonate around a theme. For instance, this month it could be a wine tasting event. Next month it could be a river rafting or bike racing. In the winter, they could have snowboarding mixers. There are infinite themes to explore. The key is to have fun while being of service. International President Choi has asked us to serve and lead through diversity by being innovative and thinking outside the box. The future of Lions will depend on how we assimilate these diverse cultures into our Lions universe. The possibilities are limitless and exciting. My office is open 24 hours. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If you need help with the Fascination Advantage, please contact the NAMI Young Lions Task Force, and we'll be more than happy to fly to your area and hold a seminar on it. Next slide, please. I close this presentation with a video that was created by the newly chartered Phoenix Rainbow Lions Club. Thank you for joining us today.